It's just, yeah.
So what were like the good times at Elite? Because it
At
can't
Elite?
just, it can't just be all, you know what I mean?
No, it's not always bad. It's not
Okay,
always bad. It's not always bad. I won't say that. Good times. Why'd you do that?
Hello, you get me in trouble now. I'm joking. Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Reason Being Podcast, and today we have a familiar face. A fast face, but she's back in the US, so you know we had to get her on the podcast. Kemba, how are you going?
Then US.
I may say too. I may say.
Back, we're back.
Yeah. You're back in the US or you're back on top, which one?
Both.
Alright. I love it, man. I love it. But now, like the last time I see you, I did Grand Slam. Before that was in Oregon, so I kind of want to start this because I don't know. After you win NCAA, what go on?
Indoor.
Yeah.
So when indoor, that was 2021. Run decent outdoors, more than 10-9, but
Call that decent?
I'm never really satisfied.
Where did you think you run?
10-8, which is what I ran the year after that.
Okay.
So, no, yeah, I remember I have a really solid talk with Coach Johnson, and him say, if you really want to make money and sign a big deal, touch it 10-8 before you sign. And that is kind of one of the reasons why I never signed first year at Oregon. So, because 10-9 is really good, don't get me wrong. But there's like, everybody's in the 10-9 circle. They have a little bit in the 10-8, a little few in the 10-7, and so the number is less the faster you run. Yeah. And that would really set up a nice journey with the pro thing, and you get a nice little deal for you. So go back Oregon. I had 2 years. I go back the second year. Never run good indoor. Yeah, me see that
never
one. Never make
there.
NC's final.
Yeah. Oh, that
as
feel.
The college record hold that, and my record broke the meet there.
How did you break it? Brianna?
Literally the race before mine, the first heat. Julian broke it.
But she did it on a serious form.
Yeah, man.
Still,
nobody couldn't
tap her.
Yeah.
She da roll.
That's
She da roll.
She run.
She da roll.
And broke that the race. But I wonder if that really troubled me. Because he say,
somebody beat her right.
Broke, And I have to go run right after the camera pierced by me, Because right now, me not the college record holder no more,
Yeah.
Farmer.
And then probably got to say that too right then and there,
Camera not left off of me. Run, bam. Drop out of heat. Tear off my number, everything. Me smash up. Me I say, well, you have to make something shake out. Do I last year you already never take no deal? Yeah. For the 10-9? Yeah. What you going to do?
So me ask you a question. At the moment right there, so you feel like you should take your money right then and there?
Yeah, right there, I should take the money. Because like, I kind of give a short answer this. So. Not that I didn't believe in myself. Yeah. But how the indoors season went, I kind of say, maybe I mess up. Yeah. But the good part about that is I graduated school early. I graduated a term early.
Where you graduated?
For economics.
Oh wow. Can you show me a little bit? Yeah. So hold on. So you deal with money and just give them money. I don't understand how that works.
Here's the thing. Yeah. There's always room for improvement and more to gain.
But you is an econ major.
That is true. That is so true. That is very true. Yeah. But I don't know. I just feel like course I can do the 10-8. So them can see
more than you can see.
Than me.
Yeah, true.
And them did believe in me when they recruit me. Because I level 4 left Jamaica.
Yeah, remember that one. Yeah. Big old age that.
Big old dinosaur age I level 4. So them really take a chance. And so I kind of put most of my belief in them and say, okay, then them can
do it.
Them can do it. And they did. So go back at training, and all I had was school. All I had was track. Yeah. For them couple of months there, and just lucky in. The right way, I'm just lucky in.
When you say lucky in, what you mean by lucky in? I know you don't have no school, no, but like what you do different than what you do. You just
might get more sleep. Because I don't have nothing to do. Train harder, because it's not like me. I say, I'm a paper for right, Tired. Yeah. Train harder. My day training, put my dip on P's and my Q's. Rehab no miss me, pre-hab no miss me.
Yeah, you take it serious.
What?
Yeah.
Because when I left here, so my thing is, I can't go back to Jamaica the way all me did left.
Facts. Embarrassing.
Can't left with nothing
Yeah,
at all.
true.
So, I say, well, no, I know I never,
Yeah.
lucky and go NCs. Get a close second. But it just look a bit more.
Yeah.
National champion again outdoors.
Yeah.
So I say, alright. Never run fast, so.
Where do you run?
Level 0 in.
Oh.
2 I run level 0, 2 we go down to the
line.
The line.
Yeah.
Second them. I say, okay. Trials time. But I feel like me in a good shape. But then the weather Oregon never give me that.
Yeah, but Oregon still. First of all,
I hit or miss because in the prelims I walk the 10-9.
Yeah. I would have said that. I think I said that earlier to like man say, yo, in which he run the heats harder than he run the finals. See him, Francis as a boy.
Because sometimes you don't know what Oregon are give.
Mm-hmm.
The Thursday we sunny.
When gave a sign to Oregon? Because, no disrespect to Oregon, but like, you know
First of
what I mean?
all, when I signed to Oregon, me never know which farm I go.
It's Oregon, like.
I never know, but when I was leaving, it was just like, I need to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I needed more attention.
Okay, all right, there we go.
With the sprinter that I am, I think if my runner rep, would I like you say, okay, Kemba,
so
do this differently, fix this. I was in a big group.
Yeah, I mean,
like MVP.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wasn't getting that per se.
Yeah.
So COVID did just hit. I think UTEC did a cut scholarships and them like get rid of the track team. So it's like everything was just crashing.
Yeah.
Draft up a list.
So you're not good on with that shit then.
No, never. So can't forget Matthew Tapper, coach now at Andrews.
Yeah.
My name got through the NCAA list. Never know about NCs, but him
really?
as a coach.
Oh wow.
Him as a coach, him would know more about that. And I can't forget, we got Toyota upstairs, them got free Wi-Fi. We log on and we go through and we make a list. To this day, I have the list in my notes. The list of schools. It was like 10, 15 schools and we write a letter.
Yeah.
And we send it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Big Kemba?
Yeah. Send out the letter because I knew I had the grades.
Yeah.
What was going to be my biggest problem? I wasn't fast.
Yeah.
So school is never a problem.
Yeah.
For me. So I'm gonna get back response from Oregon, Florida State, Kentucky, FSU.
Yeah. I choose Kentucky. I mean,
why I never choose Kentucky?
I don't know. That's a Kentucky, but I don't know. But that doesn't mean that. I mean that still. Isn't it? I don't know.
Funny enough, I get the paper for FSU. I get it and I'm about to sign. I'm gonna text my Oregon coach and be like, well,
yeah.
Get the paper for FSU, I'm going to sign. But then, before me even sign, there was something that the admin messed up with me. And the coach was saying, just wait one more semester and start January. Can't go back.
Can't see me as I get my father.
I pack up my things, them say, me gone, Imagine me come back September now, say, again for one more semester. I couldn't do it. Mentally, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Check out.
Yeah.
So, I said to him, say, I only can go the only school who are going to take me now.
Yeah.
And because Oregon is on a quarter system, we start like late September, early October.
Oh, I never know that.
They have more time to finish paperwork. Because we start, it's not like July.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's not about July.
So hold on, you never have no visa? I mean, obviously not.
Yeah, but they have visa because I get the visa for like, not Pens, Miami Classic, because I've never been to Pens.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah. Never have the team.
Not even UTEC?
I go 2019 I was supposed to go. I did go, but I never run because I come from Carifta.
Oh.
And them say, well, I'm not going to run the heats because I just come off of Carifta.
Yeah.
And then we never advance to the finals, so I never get to run.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Free trip.
Yeah. True.
So, yeah. And yeah, Oregon did just available at the right time. And honestly, any school was available. I feel like I don't know what I do.
But I don't know. Like, when I see you go Oregon, I don't understand it. but I mean, he work out.
Yeah, but it's out to Xavier. Xavier did say, no, chill, I can forward.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. When they know?
Races last
Oh, my run?
I think.
Oh, I never know. Okay.
Races.
Yeah, so the last year, I say, level 1 never win.
Level 1 and thing and...
Level 1 or level no?
Level no.
Level no, yeah.
So, well, me have trials. I'm going to try and make a world's team.
Yeah.
World's team there, Oregon. Me have to come back anyways.
True.
So, I'm going to make a team and forward back. Remember though, boy, people are killing me for this. Remember when the finals, I run the heats, bouncing 10-9. I say,
smooth.
I'm just come off 11 now. That means I'm in a shape, in a good shape, brother. Before this go woman thing, semi-final for come up and Tapa did a message me again and Tapa say, bro, go deal with it now, man. And I say, no worry, bro, I'm ready to kick some ass and thing. And that me I tell him, you know, take some names, you know. Someone feeling my hype, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Semi-final will come on before me go on my bed, because I see the lineup before me go on my bed. So I see the semi-final. Jacko, Elaine, me, Natasha, I think. Semi-final was a brutal, bro.
Come for you, man.
I say, I'm dead.
Come for you, man.
I say, yeah, man.
You're a yard, then come for beat up, man.
Yeah, man.
Come beat up the
I
yard,
say,
man.
how me not get the semi-final? Because I don't want to get the semi-final with Shelly, because I say, Shelly, they have the buy. I don't think she can run nothing more than these.
Yeah.
So I say, I want to draw semi with her.
Yeah.
So easy. Bloodbath. Gun bust and I lift up. So by the time I reach about 70, just Elaine walk past me and Jacko say so. Cruise control me. I say, yeah, man. Finals are go hot. But what me never know about the finals is if you get a third place. Me think say me get third, I'm run 10-9 and the same 10-9 and the same 2, you know.
Yeah.
Me I say, I think would I get about like a lane 6 or
something sweet.
5. Something nice, something comfortable. Lane 8. So I say, oh, me get lane 8, I'm run 10-9, but it wasn't the time, it was the placement in the same.
Yeah.
Me don't know how me never know that as a track.
Yes, you go through NCAA
and
thing.
NCs and thing. True, I never really get them lane in the NCs.
That man. I don't advise, man. You don't have to do this. You don't have to beat with someone. That's cool, man. That's cool.
So I say, then 8, wow. Straight line we are running still, no matter.
But you know, say, let me tell you something. You know, say, I never know, say, you're missing something that do a big man thing. Because I see that walk around and it just look normal.
You can't make the movement get too big.
That's true still.
Certain things can't think about it them way there. At the end of the day, everybody in a line saying,
True.
Everybody in a line saying,
True.
Me can't make, because of this, me don't make the team. I still have to go back to Oregon. With something, brother.
Yeah.
Race come now. I think the race delay about 15 minutes. We did it. On your mark, stand up. On your mark, stand up. None of that never fazed me. I probably one of the calmest me ever be out there. Remember them say, well, the speaker now works, so them have to go set with them out.
Yeah.
And everybody just have to. My alien yet me now, you know. So,
yeah,
if me not hear then.
So you go.
They must say, can't bother with the equipment, them and ray and blah blah blah. Them there the line, man. Well, just stay warm. I mean, no say something in my foot.
Yeah. So I feel really actually.
At 2:10 I just run back to back a cruise, you know.
Yeah.
So they gone bus, brother. Me never think me did this so far in the first 30. Based on the videos them I always see with the race there, and I think I watch the race there, especially in my downtime. I watch the race there so much now than back then. Just to remind myself that I have it. Because sometimes it's easy to forget. True. It's so easy for me to say I was once fast.
You are fast. I say was, you know what I mean? But yeah.
No, so you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I watch those 3 races, probably. If there's something for sure on the iPhone, the most watched videos in your phone, it would have been those 3. Okay. And it's it's sad, but it's just a reminder. Bro, you've done this before. You can do it. Yeah. You can do it. It's hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, the gun boss, I never know somebody there so far behind based on how I feel in the race. I'm just say, just dig. Just dig and lean.
Yeah.
Let's say gun. God, Oregon father.
Ready.
Listen, man.
Let me ask you, so when you did it at Oregon, before you got trials, I understand you say them know say you have to come back, you know.
Oh.
How they send off?
And you know what's crazy?
Mm.
My first year at trials, one of my coach came with me. This time it was me alone. Just me and Xavier.
Eh?
There was no coach there.
Why? But you are senior?
I don't know, but no coach never come. For some strange reason. Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that still.
But here's the funny part about this story.
Mm.
I knew Shelly well.
Mm-hmm.
Shelly was at Elite at the time.
Yeah.
I did ask them for just the best in under them tent.
Yeah.
Just to have somewhere for
base.
Yeah. And I think that's where me and Mr. Walcott connection created.
Oh.
At that trials.
Yeah.
So it was easy for my decision to go back.
Yeah.
Him tell me around there, him say, we have alcohol and cotton around here, and I say, if you lean and drop, we can dress it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm ask you, so you feel like because of that decision, I understand you say like, yo, there's a Wildcat collection bring. You feel like say because they never come with you at Oregon, I mean at trials, you kind of say, oh, John, I don't really want to train there again, or you decide you want to go yard?
The decision came with the brand I chose to sign with.
Mm.
If I wanted to stay at Oregon, I would have to go Nike.
Why not Nike?
I don't think I'd gotten an offer yet, or I wasn't aware of the offer. I think them would have probably talked to my coach at Oregon, but he never relayed to me. I think the only one I knew about was Adidas at the time, and then shortly after PUMA.
Yeah.
But never really see what Nike contract looked like for me.
Yeah.
So.
But you saw like the two of them.
I saw two of them.
What did it feel like? Cause it's like a bidding war essentially, you know? Yeah.
To be very honest with you, I think the period between trials and the championship, I was very, very, very overwhelmed.
Really?
Literally every single time I come off of the phone is a next agent, is a next agent,
Yeah.
is a next group, coach, is a next this, is a next that. So there was a lot going on in my head regarding that. So I did just tell myself, so, and I think when the opportunity presents itself to go back, I think I was just at the point where I'm like, bro, I'm done.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah, this is just a lot.
Yeah. You think that they would have allowed you to stay there if you had signed? I mean, would you have stayed there if you had signed to Nike? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My coach is really good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
So why you never go back there? I mean, you're not far, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who wants to live in Eugene?
What do you mean? It's nice. You don't pay taxes.
Yeah, but like, it's Eugene. I've been there 2 years.
Yeah, you probably know more than me. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But it rains every day.
Yeah, me hear about that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mr. Walker come into the picture. Did you feel overwhelmed to sign to him? Because I used, and I'm not saying
Just
that you were,
yeah. I don't think I was. I think I was happy at the time. At the time of signing, I was very happy. The opportunity to train alongside Shelly at the time, when I heard that, I was just like, yes.
Yeah.
I can only get fast.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's a no-brainer, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, this setup is in front of me. And I think it's nice.
Yeah, I think so
Who wouldn't want that type of thing, you know? And I took it.
Yeah.
Not knowing that the chance, not the chance, not knowing that it wouldn't work per se.
All right, let me ask you, and say it wouldn't work because I don't feel like I kind of understand what you say, but also when you say work, because yes, you understand, say you signed. Part of it was because they showed you, right?
Right.
Yeah, but why was it not working? Did it also include the shoe deal, or is it mostly because of like, I guess, personal goals?
Personal goals, yes, because I've had goals written down as far back as 2020, I didn't achieve my goal in 2022.
What was the goal?
Even though I run 10.8, I wanted to go 10.7 at the time because I felt like it was in me. No, hear me out. And this is somebody that runs 7.0 indoors. Yeah. I feel like it's there.
No,
it
agree.
Had been there.
What might think I...
Yeah, kind of hard for myself. I know, but it pays to be ambitious.
True. What might think God, man.
So yeah, that's what I genuinely felt like I could have. Based on where I was in training and all that type of stuff. Yeah. I could have.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. And I've been trying to meet that goal ever since.
You feel like you're chasing a dragon? Or you feel like it's still attainable?
It's still attainable. Here, because I'm a...
Yeah.
I feel like... I don't think 10.7 is out of my reach.
Do you think, again, no knock, but like, I feel like there's more, you have to like unravel a few things because you were at elite for a while. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
I would say this year, I won't be too hard on myself. I'll count it as something trying to adjust to a new environment. So I won't be... I won't be that hard.
Yeah.
But trying to break bad habits, especially the ones that I developed when I went back.
Yeah.
Because most of my problem with my sprinting is how I run.
What I mean, like
my form.
Yeah.
I tend to be behind me.
Yeah.
I don't really have much front side.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what Oregon tried to push me to do.
To
be up and stepping.
Yeah.
However, that kind of come out of me as soon as I leave.
Why?
I don't understand it.
I mean, I feel like Oregon is a technical coach.
That's true.
Yeah, so where was the disconnect? Because, I mean, no comparison, but Shelley-Ann didn't lose her form. Different things run faster.
But you're looking at somebody that has run fast for 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
So most of her, I would say, running fast is kind of from muscle memory. It's instilled within her for so long. Yeah. It's hard to break.
Yeah.
This is somebody that got 2 years
at the top.
That.
Yeah, so you're saying.
So it's hard to just get up and say, okay, unless me, even coming out of high school, me was never a farm boss.
I know, man, you never look good at all.
Right, so it's always been technical for me. It's always been technical.
Yeah.
And it's just,
So what were like the good times at elite? Because it can't just be all, you know what I mean?
No, it's not always bad. It's not always bad. I won't say that. Good times. Why'd you do that?
Hello, you get me in trouble now.
No, there are.
Yeah.
You put me in a spot where I genuinely cannot think about it.
Okay, all right. That's all. You get me in trouble now.
No, there are.
Obviously, no, I know, man. That's a train of thought and thing. But what I'm kind of want to understand is like the group dynamic.
Right.
It's very, for lack of a better word, it's very elite. You know what I mean? It is. Yeah. It was like a lot of big name brand names and whatnot. But like, how was it like training in that environment? Because I would say it would be better than Oregon.
It was fine. Trust me. The people there, lovely. Love them. I'm friends with most of them even now. Yeah. For sprinting, the sprinters, we usually get along fine. I would say I'm more with the boys.
Yeah. Why is that?
It's just me.
That's okay. It is what it is.
Women are sometimes very messy.
You're a woman,
you have to say it as it is. Yeah. Sometimes we can't really take the bag of emotions. And the boys, them always fun. Them make it fun. Them want to race each other. I'd rather be around them.
Did you train with the boys?
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But you prefer, I guess, if it was supposed to have like a hard day, who you train with?
At the time, I would probably be with, like, you mean like tempo work?
Yeah.
I'd be with Cash, Megan.
Oh, I forgot to Megan in it around. Yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
There as women sprinters. Yeah.
It's okay. But so I kind of still don't understand the good times, you know, because I don't really necessarily want to have this like connotation that like elite is like a bad place.
It's not.
No, I know it's not a bad place. But
let me tell you.
Yeah.
The good thing about being there is that I was home.
You come from town?
No.
Okay.
But I'm in Jamaica.
Okay.
And I've been living in Kingston since I was 17.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of build a family there.
Yeah.
So I was at home, I would say. The group is very fun. Julian and him vlogs, you can see.
Yeah, I do love Julian's vlogs.
Julian and his vlogs, as you can see. So, yeah, we really build a bond. We make training fun. We try and find ways how to not die.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you guys have a good, or at least had a good social media presence.
Yeah.
It was good. Whoever was doing it, I suspect say Julian. I'm not sure, but it is
Julian
nice.
does his vlogs and
No, I'm talking about elite page.
Oh, they know that's somebody
else. Page is common, isn't it? But I mean, how many years did you serve elite? I guess train.
I went 2022
to
September.
Yeah, to 3?
3, 4.
3, 4.
3.5, I'd say.
At what point did I realize, say, boy?
When I didn't make the finals at trials.
Which year? Last year? In the final? Or like going up
Right
to the
after
final?
the final? No, let me tell you. I think the week of trials.
Why?
Because, let me be very honest. We're doing blocks. I think this was like the Monday and trials would have started like the Thursday for the 100.
Yeah.
Megan Ross, we got 30. I said, no man, pull up your socks, man. Second rep. Worse. I said, I have trials, you know? In a few days. How this happened? And then Julian pulled me aside and Julian was just like, you're doing this, and this wrong. And I'm like, but I've been doing this for the entire year. The week of trials, though.
Yeah.
I'm figure out, say, your positions are wrong, the way how you run wrong, probably your block setting wrong. It's just like everything just wasn't coming together the week of trials. I know how am I supposed to feel peaking.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't there.
But you must see like signs of it. It not just like happen. It's like a breakup, you know what I mean?
I was very inconsistent.
Okay.
And I think, cause I could have go and trap meet this week, and I could have run level 1, level 0. Next week, I run level 3.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I couldn't really pinpoint what that problem was and why I was so inconsistent. A part of me want to say mentally, but it just kind of check out.
Why?
Because I wasn't running. Literally, I'm going a race and I say, why them girl beat me?
Yeah. So you don't feel like
nothing against anybody.
Yeah, man. No, man, you're good, man.
Nothing against anybody, but when you hold yourself at a certain standard,
Yeah.
and you see certain things happening, it gonna mess with you mentally.
Yeah, true.
It's going to.
So you don't feel like say you during trainings you don't notice say you know something off, or it just was more like trusting the program.
I always trust the process and the program and whatever a coach says because I feel like they're more knowledgeable about that part of it than I will probably ever be.
Yeah.
So I would always like, okay, if you want me to do this, I'll do it.
Just blindly, so.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Run, even know where I'm at. If coach say, go through 225, it has to be a reason why you're telling me to do that.
Yeah, but also,
So
you don't feel like, I mean, you're also like an adult and this is your job. You should kind of understand why, like, these things are happening.
True.
Yeah, because, like no knock, but look at Shelly, or even Alien, like, granted, these are like...
Yeah.
I feel like they understand, like, why they do what they do.
And like what works and what doesn't work for them.
Yeah.
Okay, if we're going to that part of it, right? I'm a power-based athlete.
That's why you shouldn't go to Jamaica. No knock, what does I say?
So I personally think the high volume training doesn't work for me. So if I'm gonna get, as I always say, technical stuff really works. So
like the cone them and them things.
The wickets, this having me do all this type of stuff, it really helps me stay up and actually run rather than being here and behind me. And that's what I was doing when I was there. And I'll try to tell him to, like, you know, this worked when I was at Oregon. Let me know if you think I should do it, or what do you think about it, and stuff like that. And he did listen to me. He's a really sweet guy. He's okay to talk to as a coach, because some coaches, they can't really, they'll take offense to certain things, saying, oh, so you think I can't coach? I never got that from him. So I talked to him about it and stuff, and we'd do it, but I don't think he was consistent. And probably too late.
Yeah. Do you think you're getting as much attention?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There wasn't, the sprint, for the women sprinting,
yeah,
it wasn't a lot of us.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but like, there's also like, you know,
I can call him at any time and talk to him about anything.
Oh, so there's no like beef?
There's no.
Alright, good. I mean, I really depend on that.
No.
Yeah.
Beef, no.
Okay.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah. But after you meet Dom, finally, I kind of realized, Jano.
Yeah, my car was up for sale that night.
Yeah. You what?
My car.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're serious? You don't think that's kind of like, you know, we didn't call that word there, we ended up make
the night of trials, when I didn't make that final, I ran 11.2, I think, at trials. I didn't sleep that entire night.
I can imagine.
I'm going to close my eye for a second.
It's a replay.
Everything I read, like, what could I have done differently?
Yeah.
What could I have done differently? And I remember, I think the next day I had the 200, and I think I messaged him at like 5 a.m. because I was up. And I was just like, I don't think I'm running the 200 today.
Yeah.
And him called me, and he was just like, I think you should do it, and whatever. Just motivating me to just don't give up. Because trust and believe that would have been the last time you see me on a track.
Jaja.
I know probably PUMA done with me. I know what else is there to do?
Yeah.
This is what 2026, 2022, 4 years now. Me I try
a thing and
it just So I must say, well, I don't think I'm coming to run the 200.
Yeah.
So, and it was like that evening.
So why never like try a different, like we never go back on MVP?
It's the same. I think they have a similar training style.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And if the volume doesn't work there, I don't think it would
work there. Yeah, but also I think also the mother better than the daughter. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah,
I was their MVP.
Yeah, but it's a different Kemba would be going back to MVP.
And I think it's a different MVP altogether now.
Yeah.
I think it's a different MVP altogether now. But
the care of the sale is crazy though. I'm not agree with that still. No, that's serious.
Listen, there were so many emotions going through my head that night, and I was up all night, and there's so much to think about in so many hours in the morning by yourself.
Stop. I mean, I think I did that one day. Sell up my car. Like,
I don't need it.
Yeah, I know, but like I feel like you just make a decision literally off a pure emotion.
I was.
Yeah.
I was. I can agree to that. I was.
And you feel like
every decision I made in that moment was based on how I feel with my trials results. Nothing was thought through.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
And you think that was the best decision to make?
I was eating KFC.
Class.
At like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I did not care. Let me tell you. And a lot of people probably see it and think like, Kemba never make it, blah, blah, it's fine. The Kemba that went home that night, I did not recognize her.
Jano.
Yo.
How you feel in yourself, you know, so you basically, you were like crashed down the guy, say, yo, them done with you, this and that, my car up and say like.
Vomit a training how much days. Remember the 450 them. Remember the 300 them. Remember every single thing that I've done that just did not pay off.
Yeah.
You know that? You know.
No, man. Imagine you were a sprinter, brother. That must terrible, brother. That work, brother.
And I did turn up for the 200. Never sleep.
Yeah. I was tired. Jesus Christ, man, for that.
Yeah.
So why you go there?
As much as how in that moment I wanted to give up,
it
just never in me and my circle.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, man.
My circle.
Yeah. Big
But
up your circle, your big man thing.
But we tell us that them ride for me day and night. That's why I'm still at the tracks.
Really? So not even if you know the fact say you can?
Yeah. I always do I can.
Yeah. Even when you're not run slow?
Even when they run. That's the thing. You see, if I was somebody that has never tasted success,
Yeah.
then I could have said, okay, may I chase something on a real.
But what success did it taste when you run slow?
None.
No. So what you talk about Oregon success?
Yeah, like,
okay.
Like, you know, me run
go.
fast and I was winning at one point and whatever. If I wasn't if I never yet do that before, then I can say, well, me a chase not exist and I can just stop. But I keep, as I say, I watch the races then over and over. You can't do this. You've done it before.
Yeah.
Why you can't do it again?
So you ever seek a therapist?
Yeah. I had a therapist 2024 year.
Oh, damn. So you see that come basically?
Yeah. I had a therapist because 2024 I can say is my best year at Elite based on results that I got from my from running and stuff.
Yeah.
But in that same time, there was way more going on behind the scenes outside the track and field that I just needed help with.
Yeah.
In order for me to put my best self on the line.
Yeah.
And so I see a therapist 2024.
Yeah.
I should probably get one now because there's a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So let me ask you feel like that Paris, I guess I don't want to call it scandal, but you think that added to your trauma? Or was it more of a relief?
Not necessarily. I won't call Paris like.
That was crazy.
It was.
That was crazy.
It was. Yeah. It was. But I'm learning to let it go.
Yeah, but it was still fucking crazy, bro. Sorry if you no, like really and truly no.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in that moment, I felt like I just wasn't good enough.
Really?
That's why they overlooked me.
When you say overlook, let me ask you this. Do you think, I don't want to say this wrong, but I'm saying like, you did well at the trials, right?
I did.
Yes. So why you think you were overlooked? Why you think overlook is the word?
I'm trying to figure out. It is overlooking.
Yeah, but why you think that is?
I don't know.
All right.
2022 was also a hard year mentally after the championship,
Yeah.
Because remember we got second.
Yeah.
And I was blamed for that mess up.
Really? You know something about that though? No, you don't have to talk about it. I really don't remember that real.
You remember 2022 when we come second at the 4x1?
Yeah, but never know say you get blamed for that. Why you get blamed for that? Which leg did you run?
First leg.
I never brain her.
See, I'm one of them.
I never brain her run.
No, it was me, but...
So obviously brain her flag.
No, that was 2024. Not 2024, that was 2021.
Oh
okay.
shit, my bad. But me supposed to remember that, I remember that. What am I saying? I know a big man thing, I never remember that, I swear. No, you don't have to relive it if you don't want to relive it, isn't me?
Just know that I was blamed for that mess up, and I was blamed for the reason why we got silver. So when I didn't get selected for 2024s, really, I kind of think, okay, maybe that's kind of what.
Like a karma type of thing.
Yeah, maybe they were like, oh well, she's gonna mess up again, but I didn't think I messed up. But at the end of the day, they're the one who selected the people. I cannot say anything about that.
Do you feel like some strings were pulled on your behalf? Because there was another athlete that was left off that team and she qualified.
Nayoka.
No,
but Nayoka's situation is different because her name wasn't submitted.
Yeah, but
she outright made the team.
Yeah, that means if you like say because you train in Jamaica, you have certain strings.
I don't think so. I think the rule that them come up with about not necessarily choosing top 6 anymore.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what got me.
Okay, yeah.
But at the same time, anybody that watched that trials, right? And how I ended up 5th could tell you that if she never stumbled, it would have been a different result.
Yeah.
So what she put out there is clearly something better than what she's capable of.
Okay.
At least that's how I would look at it.
Yeah, no man, yeah, naturally.
That's how I look at it. And I was selected. And that's what. Because even when I don't know if you've seen like the pictures, but they literally dip on the track for a hot minute because I say, I think they're not going to select me.
So you made that right then and there?
Yeah. I wanted to make top 3. Anybody would want
to.
to.
Naturally. Yeah.
And then people were like, know yourself, man. I think they might bring it for the
At that mode, I said too.
Like, I don't think they want.
So
and they didn't.
During that time period, what you do? You train, see me?
Yeah, I was in Europe.
Oh, you're in Europe?
I with my season. Me can't
know. Okay.
Me can't know about it.
You know, some of them think a year there, no?
They're Spain.
So people are running when Olympics are gone?
I think there's a pause in the Europe circuit when that are going, but then after.
Okay.
Before it, there's meets Olympics, then after.
Okay. But you just do over there because you're training and thing and climatize.
Yeah, but they have some races over there and stuff.
Yeah. So what was I guess, going into those races, how did you feel? You know, say you kind of get overlooked.
I was kind of trying to prove a point.
So, dirt.
The next time, probably try not to, I guess. But I mean, I still offer my little bread.
Yeah.
My little pocket money.
Yeah, true.
So, I just have to go do what I have to do. Okay, then select me and move on.
Yeah. Boy.
It's a hard thing to do, but I
mean, I say,
have to move on, bro. I can't continue to dwell upon it.
Yeah.
Cannot continue.
Yeah, but I can only imagine, like, well,
it did hurt.
Yeah, I bet.
Because, like, this is the Olympics. This is the peak of...
This is the point.
Right. Yeah. Anybody would want to go to the Olympics.
So when the call came to go, were you willing outright, or were you, like, hesitant? Sorry. Sorry, me just ask.
Again, a lot of emotions were running because... as I said, I felt like I was overlooked. Yeah. And I was just like, nope, not going to figure it out. But then I have to take my emotions out of it and step back and be like, this is the Olympics.
Yeah.
Mr. Walcott actually spoke to me about that. He was like, this is the Olympics 4 times, every 4 years.
Yeah.
Do not let the opportunity miss. Put it behind you.
Yeah.
Go and put your best foot forward. And that's what I did.
Do you feel like an Olympian?
I'll feel like an Olympian.
I'm sorry for the questions. They're just coming. I'm sorry.
In the moment, yeah. It's a really, really good feeling.
Yeah.
But I set high standards for myself.
Yeah.
And I'd really, really, really love to do it individually.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
In the 100. Big ask for myself, but there's nothing I can.
I think it's a big ask no one say, yo, you're on 10 yet.
But when you look at the caliber of athletes that's developing in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And as very young, they're running fast.
Yeah, but that not say you have the seniority, you know what I mean?
I'm not saying no, but it's just reality.
Yeah, true.
It's just reality.
True.
Not saying I won't work towards it.
Yeah.
I will continue to work towards all of my goals.
Yeah.
Because they are attainable. But if we're being realistic, Jamaica probably has the most talented female sprinting right now.
Yeah, ever.
So, yeah.
So I'm 200 meter goal then. That's what I know. That's what I know.
I'm going to say I'm being a better woman and accepting the event.
Okay.
I don't...
Sorry.
Let me give you a joke.
Yeah.
Let me give you a joke. But it run 4x4 last weekend, no?
Yeah.
Here's why. And them a laugh off of me and I say, Kemba, you go dead in the 4. Don't do it. Don't do no 4x4. But here's the thing, and here's how I think. Right? I think the reason why I don't run a super fast 200 is because it's afraid of the lactic. You're dead.
You're not dead.
But so because I think like that, and because that's what I have in my head about the event, if I do a 4x4 and I feel the lactic there, 200 one not gonna do nothing to me.
True.
So that's why I tell them, say, bro, let me run with 4x4, bro. I'm gonna split a nice split and lay down and vomit and dead and come back and run a nice 2 bits.
What you call a nice split, though?
Dina said I can split 51. I
don't believe that, though. Yo, would I give you like a 53? I'm not agree now. Because you're fast. You're fast. I just owe you run it still.
So with that try split it, with that try think how would I do it. So go through 2 bills in about 24.
Yeah. Oh shit. You're trapped by this year, man.
Go through 2 bills in about 24. I never get run it because no team never
they want to pick you
no
up.
team never
Did they?
Nothing ever did they so we end up and pull over.
Okay.
But I got you a nice calm 24. You don't think we can go through 24, 25?
But that's like 25 more than 24. I feel like...
I feel adrenaline that make me go 24 though.
Yeah, but I'm the last 200 that they say, you know?
That answer for itself.
At the one the earth, you know, brother. At that part of the earth, you know. It feels smooth because, you know. But if you come here, so...
Yeah, me know that dead. Me know.
This, so, you know, brother.
Me know the saxophones gonna get loud.
Oh, my. Yo, me love that shit.
No, me know me dead, man.
Yeah.
Me know. And I accepted that because I feel like it would have just helped me with the 200.
Yeah. So you did accept the fact that PUMA about the job, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it? You feel like you deserve it in a sense? Not deserve, you know what I mean?
No, they did not deserve it, but I think...
You understand why?
I understood why.
Yeah.
I mean, they signed me to do something, right?
Yeah.
To run fast and to sell shoes and to market their thing, and I wasn't doing that or that.
Yeah.
Can't blame them.
Yeah. I feel that, man.
I have to be realistic.
Yeah. So with the leaving, since you're signed to a different, you know, brand, yeah, we're LA Rams, and then you're signed to them now win. The world know that.
I forgot come back to the video. Yeah.
Them now win. You see me? Fate. It's come like New Year next, brother. Them now win, brother. So we just get that out there.
Bro, alright. We'll come back to this. We're not even gonna go there. So we go back.
Them now go there. You're damn right. They now go there. Obviously, when you decide to sell a car and you accept the fact, say, you know, so this not work out for me. At one point, I just assume, say, you change agent. At one point, I decide, say, where in the situation was that? How you go about that?
How I go about it? I did go to Europe, you know.
Yeah, remember, man.
So, after everything, I kind of try as best as possible to put trials behind me. In track and field, short term remembrance. If you run a race Saturday, you have to go back and treat it Monday. So might as well you forget about what go on, especially if you never run properly.
True.
You have to attack the week different.
Yeah.
Right? With some kind of positivity. You can't dwell upon whatever you can't change.
So hold on, pause a bit. So the 4 years them or whatever years them when you say you not run fast. Oh, you attack the weeks them.
Would I do my job? I have to put it behind me. I had to.
Jaja.
I had no choice but to do that. It's my job.
Yeah.
When it stopped being a hobby and a job, shit gets serious.
Yeah, nah, for real.
It gets serious.
No,
so
for real.
no, I can't change the race. I'm just run. I can't go back and rerun it.
Yeah.
I only can
endure it.
Better.
Yeah. Well, Europe.
So, yeah. Over Europe, I was running a few races. My knee jump out. Yeah, still about me to this day. My knee mess up.
How that happened?
To be honest, I can't pinpoint an exact day when it happened.
Yeah.
But left knee just not operate properly. As a matter of fact, the entire left chain coming down. Yeah. So we kind of did a nurse that. Go Europe, run a few races. I actually run faster than what I run in Jamaica over Europe. And then coach said, wait. Like a Europe, you need to come more often, man.
Yeah.
Just a run joke and thing. Which I did all the time. I run faster than Jamaica, Europe. Go Europe, I run a few races and thing, and I was there and I was unhappy.
In Europe?
In Europe.
Running fast?
Running
good.
Relatively good.
Yeah.
Better than what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was just unhappy. Yeah.
Were you there by yourself?
I was with the team. I was with most of the signed athletes usually groups. So I was with most of the athletes, but I would have won there by myself, whatever.
Yeah.
I played domino 1 and 2 times with coach and stuff, but apart from that, I was just unhappy. It becomes I was literally there thinking about what to do, what would be my next move. What would be my next move. Couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to make decisions based on my emotions.
Yeah.
So
although you put a car up, but don't know.
I literally have to, what would I say? Try not to think about the idea of leaving in Europe because I still have races to complete and I'm still a coach by the same person. So I want to take the coach in there and not be like, well, I didn't want that attitude towards.
Yeah, because it might show.
Right.
Yeah, it might show.
So it was always, whenever I leave here, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Whenever I leave, I'll figure it out.
So how much races do you do overseas? How much weeks? Let's probably that better.
Yeah. I think we were there for like 6 weeks. But
that's not bad.
Yeah, because I think there was something in my PUMA contract where I had to run 8 races, 8 World Athletics Certified races.
Oh, wow.
So I just had to meet that quota. And I remember the last race of the season when I actually run 10.9, and that was my first 10 since 2022. I can remember before actually going over to the call room. Yeah. Call room. But they had a truck meet. First of all, I didn't want to go. But it was contract obligation, so I had to. I remember walking over to the start of the race, text my friend, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't want to be here. F this shit. Yeah. I'm done. Yeah. Put my phone down. 10.9.
That's a release.
That was like an angry run. Like I was so angry. Like, why can't I be good? Yeah. Just once. Yeah. And it was an angry run.
Dog, this not feel good there. I not like brother. I like how you sound. Like I understand, like I kind of get to it. I understand what you say, but like
it's the love for it, man.
Yeah,
it's the love for it, man.
But if you don't say yo, yeah, train so hard yo, and just not work yo, that can't feel good. It's not encouraging at all. So
and like every background you come, you put in the bulk of work again, the background season, and then it's like, what gonna happen around this? So you're not sure. Yeah. But you still hold on to faith, and then year after year you go around there and it up. You go around there and it up.
At some point, so you just decided to just clear house, management, coaches, all that. What was that transition like? Was it, I guess, better than leaving college, or you had like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think over the years I've kind of gained some sort of knowledge from, older athletes that we meet on the circuit, and, from here, from there. So it's a lot of wisdom from older athletes. And I kind of take that and walk with it, and I'm just like, okay, this isn't working for me. It's been almost 4 years. I think we should move on. Yeah. I think I've given enough chances. I think I've given enough chances. I think I've trust this for a really long time. Yeah. And it's really time to move on. And I think that's what gave me the go ahead to be like, you just have to make the bigger decision and move on. A lot of people would be scared. I understand.
Oh, yeah, of course.
No, I wasn't scared. I was excited. I was excited to see what's out there.
So it wasn't a fear, it was more of excitement?
Yeah.
Okay. So you felt like you still had it?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. As I said, I always believed it's just that what's stopping me from going back there? Yeah. What do I need to change?
Yeah. Get him on.
Yeah.
So, Coach Ford. Why Coach Ford? Wait, first and foremost, which one come first, the coach or the contract?
Coach.
The coach, okay, all right, go through.
Yeah. So, I was kind of looking at my options because, again, I was trying to get to my then agent about my PUMA status. Yeah. If they're resigning me, yes or no, because that would determine where I go. Because, some contract don't really want you to go this so, and then this a club here Adidas, and if this a club here Nike, you can't go. All sorts of things. Yeah. So I was trying to get that information first. Mm-hmm. I knew they weren't going to sign me back, but
what make you feel so though? Like those how them move?
Not necessarily how they're moving. I'm just being realistic. It's a 4-year contract and it was expiring that December, and it's an option to take up on next year. And I just knew that I don't know, just something in me that just know. Yeah. And that's fine. Yeah. It's really fine. I understand. I'm being realistic. So I was scanning around, and I remember, don't know if you know this video of Trayvon. A video of Trayvon go viral when he did that on the 1080.
Oh, yeah.
And he fly.
Yeah.
And I said, wait. Pause this. Who coach him? Where him there? Like, because I remember he was at Reno. And then I say, him not there no more, so which part him there?
Yeah.
And then I remember saying, work with a therapist, so I know what you said there, elite.
Oh.
So that's his therapist now.
Oh.
I link him and I say, what Trayvon coach? I can get him contact or talk to him.
Yeah.
And I think him did give me Trayvon number. I asked Trayvon about it, and Trayvon give me the coach number.
Oh.
And we had a long conversation, probably like 2 hours.
Shit.
Just kind of running through stuff, and he was like, I went to speak to the weights coach.
Yeah.
And see if he's willing to take on somebody else. So it wasn't really a sure thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, sure. Never hear from him for a week. I'm like, shit. This not sound sure. So continue to look, even though him say him come back to me.
Yeah.
Continue to look, I never really find nowhere. And then him come back to me and he was just like, I think we can take you back to where you're coming from. I think we have the setup to get you back there. We would love to have you in Waco.
Yeah. How did that feel?
Good.
Yeah.
But I say, but ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say, well, it's a brother here, them are, I think when the message them are about housing or, and I think they ask him some stuff about Coach Ford too, because it's one thing when you hear from the coach, but when you hear from the athlete that is also coach, it can make a world of difference in where you go.
Yeah.
Somebody, obviously Trayvon did talk to me first. Somebody kind of know a little bit more.
Yeah.
Then I talk to them more, and yeah.
So, let me ask you then, did you know that Dina was going to be here, or was it after the fact? So you just trusted him based on like, Yeah. Okay.
Because I knew Dina was coming probably like a few weeks after I've been here.
Oh, word? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So when did the new agent come into play?
Okay, so I never have an agent when I move, because I did already clear out the closet there. I said to him, I talk to the coach and I said to him, say, my deal is about to up, I don't have a deal right now. I don't have an agent either.
Yeah.
And if it's something that you're willing to take on, then fine.
Okay.
And him say, obviously him in the truck for some time, and him say, he know a few people.
Yeah.
And him can talk to them. And funny thing about my agent now, remember that 10-9 him tell him run? When I was walking to the line, a black guy said to me, good luck. That was him. And that's not my agent.
Nice.
And I did not know.
Nice.
So him called me, him said, Kemba, we were really excited. Him excited for sign. Him said, I've seen what you've done, and I feel like Coach Ford can take you there, because him they see that 10-9 race, then him I say that Kemba is still there.
Yeah.
Based on what he saw.
Yeah.
And him said, we're ready now.
Yeah. How does it feel now to know that you're in like a new system, but I guess I'd say like you're feeling like your old self, because the other day I hear you say you're on 11-1. Yeah. How does that feel? Because I know I had 11-1. You see me? You know what
I mean, what would I say? Second fastest opener?
Oh, man, I know you are telling me.
Yeah. Could I give some bad lemon tree on a good day? But
yeah.
Feel good. Listen, and I'm a person who watch back my races.
Yeah.
So even that race in Florida last week and my opener last year, I went back and I watched both of them.
Yeah.
And I would usually, I could usually move no fly. I could usually get out for 30.
Yeah.
But there would be no transition. That would have been my problem last year. I watched my race last week and I moved after 30. Oh, beauty. I love everything about it.
Kemba.
Move after 30. Me?
Yeah.
I must send my now coach, my opener from last year. And it was like, whoa.
World of difference.
Just working on technical stuff. Like I trained the same amount of intensity.
Yeah.
Nothing dropped from that aspect.
Yeah.
The only thing changed was getting her technically sound.
Yeah.
And that's all I needed.
That's crazy, man. You think that was a big adjustment, or was it just, it just kind of came back because you needed
I try
it?
not to make it.
Yeah.
I try not to say, oh, I'm in a new job, blah, blah. I try not to.
Yeah.
Same concept. Same 100 stretch.
Yeah.
Just, you're fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Just make it work. Make it do what it do.
So me ask you, I know that you're under Coach Ford, he's a quartermaster coach.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, you want me to run a 400?
Yeah, that's a flat 4 kilo.
Oh, wait.
We see. All right.
You drop on your baby?
Well, I know. Maybe. We see what Dina do,
Yeah.
And you train with Dina, The same time. You know what I mean?
One thing I'd tell you about Dina, and know that I train with her,
Yeah.
she's one of the bravest sprinters that I know.
So you're not brave?
Not to hop in an open 4.
Okay.
Not enough to hop in an open 4 just on a regular weekend. I wasn't listed for it, but I'm going to do it for training.
Yeah.
Nah.
Now you with that?
Them paying that.
Yeah, you're terrible, man. You're terrible. So what Texas treat you? You like the adjustment?
Too bad.
You like it?
Not going too bad at all.
Yeah.
Them say, I don't feel nothing yet. The summers are going
Hot.
I got hot.
Yeah, no. It hot,
I
man.
try to convince them for train earlier, but them not listen to me.
No, but me not depend on this Jamaica train depend. Me not depend on this 6 o'clock business, brother. Yo.
But you train before the sun.
Me not depend on that.
No, but you can't out here in 100 degrees, man.
Yeah, but I run now. Me not depend on that. Yo, when me go to Jamaica, I usually run. I feel that stadium 5 o'clock. I feel around 6 o'clock.
Yeah, bro.
No,
I like the idea of doing it before the sun comes up.
That no help me in muscle memory at all, because I during the middle of the day me run.
That's true.
Isn't me? I don't know, but me not depend on that, brother.
I don't know. I just like wrap up my day very early.
See that, but the day long,
Very long. I'm gonna get more side for myself.
Yeah, but if you do if you do a be a badness for going on.
That is true. You ever get bored?
Yeah.
But
so we do for fun.
I was trying to get into photography, but I lost my camera.
Next one.
You left that one here with me then.
Listen.
I have a little dog, so most of the time I just walk him and play with him.
Yeah.
I bake. I learned a skill while I was.
Dude, yeah, I forgot to ask you. Sorry, I forgot to ask you about that. How that come up? Because I'm Jamaica, do that, no? How that come up?
When you're not running well, you have a lot of time on your hands. And I was like, well, let's learn something new.
I like it, I like it, man.
Let's learn something new. I fell in love with it. My first order was from an Olympian,
nice.
Juliet Cuthbert Flynn.
Oh,
she
nice.
ordered her 61st birthday cake from me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's nice. Oh yeah.
Nervous, but I got it done. She liked it.
Yeah. What cake was it?
It was an Italian cream cake.
I don't know what that is.
I did not either. Yeah. She actually sent me a recipe and everything. I was just like, bleh.
Yeah, mother be.
Yeah.
Jaja. That's crazy, yo. That is crazy. So what's next for Kemba?
What's next?
Like, I know you have the season on, but like, what are you looking forward to? Are you trying to get
consistent?
Back? Okay. Yeah.
Being consistent. That's one. Trying to fall in love with the sport again.
Oh, that's not safe, man. I don't like that.
I'm going to be. I hated it.
Yeah.
It wasn't being good to me.
I understand. It's heartbreaking, you know. That really heartbreaking.
I think once I achieve that, I'll smile again. I'll be happy.
So let me ask you this. I understand, say, Olympics is in 2 years. Do you feel as if you don't make the individual, you won't be happy?
No.
No? Really? Dang. So,
if I don't make the individual, how are you so sure that I'll be selected?
I mean, I get selected, man.
I said that too, but it did not happen. I cannot just be like, I'll make a relay, that's fine. It's not a sure thing.
Yeah.
At least for me, it's not.
By them time things are gonna change, man. But
I really do hope so.
Yeah.
Especially because that 100 in LA, that's prime time.
Yeah.
All 3 rounds in a day.
Yeah. Oh, really?
The face of the sport. Yes.
And that's one?
No. All 3 rounds of the women's 100, yeah.
One day?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Why?
No, brother.
Why?
Oh, that's I go morning, evening, and night?
Morning. No, but think about it.
No, I'm not. Wait, no, brother. No, serious. Serious?
Yeah. All 3 rounds in a day.
One day? Mm-hmm. For just the women?
Just the women. The men still are going to separate up and
why?
Not. Prime time event. All camera on the ladies.
Bro, one day though, like it's just like cut
girls.
Yeah, but brother, I have to run around the world, not for run one day and then call it a day, bro. Like
I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, because
you're looking at it from a time standpoint.
Yeah, no shit. What do you mean?
Does it matter what time won the Olympics?
No, it doesn't matter. But also,
you're an Olympic champion.
But what if you don't have? What if, for example, you have like, you're in good shape, but you just can't handle the rounds? Because that's possible.
That's why we're going to train for it.
That's true.
We know from what 2025.
That's true.
And I like them just tell me last month said the schedule change,
Yeah. Me never know.
Type of thing. Yeah.
Big one thing me never know.
Hey, it is what it is. Can't change it.
Yeah.
You just have to train towards it.
Yeah. So, I really want to ask
but me hear it, man, I look at it to me and say,
No, man, that's crazy, brother.
It is.
That's crazy, brother. Yeah, man. I won't leave that, man. I agree with you. I won't leave that. Because it's not like, say, a primary school thing.
But we always get, the women, not we, haven't made a championship in a while, but I think the women always get, like, the terrible part of the scheduling.
Yeah, probably.
Because look at was it 22 or 23? The men got a day between the 100 and 200.
Yeah, true.
We did have to just jump from one to the next.
True, yeah.
So we can do it. We've done it multiple championships.
True, still. Strong like a lion, my big man thing.
Yeah.
So I ask you, to your 2 year ago self, if I was supposed to look at it right now.
My 2 years
ago, yeah.
That's about 24.
Yeah.
If I was supposed to look at her right now.
Well, that's it, door. Looking from now, yeah.
Looking from now?
Yeah.
Where you are right now is not where you will be. Just keep working hard.
Yeah.
Stay focused. It now got pretty.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. There's going to be downs more than ups.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the road.
So me ask you a better question. What do you think she has to tell you right now? If you tell her that right now,
right now, you want me really tell her what that?
Wait, that's it yourself. You're telling me that.
I'm a fool.
Oh, you know that. Ladies and gentlemen, Kemba Nelson, man. Big up yourself. Nah, like, glad for knowing in Texas. I best state, isn't it? I really best state.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm see you adapt well. I just need some cowboy boots.
I'm going to actually get them and a hat.
They're nice.
I'm going to get cowboy boots and a hat.
Yeah.
I already have a drive.
The truck, I mean, I said, you're better than me.
See?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I have a pair of boots, man, but I want a hat now.
Yeah, man, I get the full package.
Yeah, man, get it, man. It calm, man.
I'm going to push in my pants.
Yeah.
What them do?
That's the girl, them do, but the man
put the, yeah.
Yeah, you can just wear, short up
no,
shots.
like, I want it show, say, hey, my boots them there.
Up here, so. Yeah, for real, man. For real,
I get it, man. No worries.
Yeah, man, leave it, man. But respect, man. You see me?
Long time when you do this,
Yeah, no, for real.